Where is the thorny forest that was referenced by Coronado expedition chronicler Pedro de Castañeda de Nájera? This has relevance to the route of the 1540 expedition, and the answer seems fairly obvious. The route of the Coronado expedition of 1540 to 1542 has been the subject of inquiry and deep interest for centuries. At some point, knowledge of the route was lost. Part of the reason for this is that the expedition was led along the route by natives who knew the terrain and the landscape, and the Spaniards did not necessarily know where they were going. Also, it's likely that different routes were taken. Throughout the 2 years of the expedition, or 3 years if Marcos Deniza's reconnaissance is included, some of its participants moved along the route multiple times, seeking new routes, new sources of water and minerals, and so on. Nonetheless, the route was lost in part because the Arizona portion was abandoned by Spaniards for at least a century. Over the last 3 years, the first sites have been identified that relate to the Coronado expedition in Arizona. 6 Coronado expedition sites are now known. 4 sites align and form a trail segment, while the other 2 sites align and form a separate section of a trail. These are in unexpected areas. Only one aspect of the route will be addressed in this video, and this is the issue of where the thorny forest is located. I will also address what is meant and where its edge was perceived to be. This statement about the thorny forest is made in Castañeda's account that has been translated by a number of historians. For example, Winship translated this sentence as, "At Chilticali, the country changes its character again and the spiky vegetation ceases." Hammond and Ray translate this passage as, "The land changes again at Chilticali and the thorny trees disappear." The Flint's translation is as follows: "At Chilticali, the land again forms a boundary, and the spiny forest disappears." The thorny forest includes the San Pedro River Valley, which is one of the thorniest in all of Arizona. Nonetheless, the vegetation is similar to that of the Santa Cruz River Valley and the adjoining tributaries, so the entire area was considered the thorny forest. So the reference to the thorny forest is not just the San Pedro River, but also the Santa Cruz and other drainages that are within the Sonoran Desert biome and the adjacent areas that grade into the Chihuahuan Desert and the upland zones. According to the documentary record, this spiny forest began at Petlatlan, not far from Culiacan, and today it continues towards the Dragoon Mountains. These same vegetation species dominate the terraces along the river margins throughout this portion of southeastern Arizona. These species include whitethorn acacia, catclaw acacia, and mesquite. I should also mention the species of cacti, ocotillo, yucca, agave, and so on, that are also thorny and spiny that would have contributed to this inhospitable notion of spines and thorns. There's a broad swath of desert in the valley bottoms that matches this description of a thorny forest. This can be correlated to the Sonoran Desert. In the San Pedro Valley, there's a change from Sonoran to Chihuahuan Desert, and so many of the species are graded in this area. It's also widely known that this was a zone where culture groups change and intermix, so there's a gradation there as well. Moreover, as one increases in elevation in the mountains, the biomes change with altitude. Importantly, however, in this portion of southern Arizona, the spiny forest ends as one travels through the mountains or around the mountains into the Sulphur Springs Valley. The Sulphur Springs Valley is a grassland. It's not that spiny things don't grow there, it's just that they don't dominate the landscape. And as such, the Sulphur Springs Valley has a very different look than the San Pedro Valley, which is west of it. Based on where our Coronado expedition sites have been found, it seems certain that this divide represents the edge of the thorny forest. So while they were in the San Pedro Valley and west to and including the Santa Cruz River Valley, they were in the thorny forest, and they emerged from the thorny forest as they left the San Pedro Valley to the east. For one, they ascended in elevation, and so the vegetation changed to oak woodland and pine forest. And secondly, as they passed into the Sulphur Springs Valley, the biome changed to grasslands. The Sulphur Springs Valley is a desert grassland. So it seems clear, based on where our sites are distributed, that the San Pedro Valley represents the last of the spiny forest and therefore defines the edge of the spiny forest.